Hey guys, I'm Manya and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we will be talking about productivity. Now you must be thinking, why am I sitting casually on the floor in my casual outfit to talk about productivity? Now, because this is the reality these days. We are 24/7 in our pajamas, in our comfortable clothes, in our loungewear, and are still trying our best, struggling to be our most productive self. Of course, all of us are going through a lot of difficult times these days. Even I have not been hearing a lot of good things these days, and I wanted this to be a very casual conversation between you and me, because I can totally relate that we are not being able to give our best and be our best during these times, not only physically and emotionally but also mentally. This time is very tough for a lot of us, but I believe most of us have certain responsibilities towards work and towards our family as well, and thus we have to keep working. But these times can be very demotivating and disheartening. So I thought, of course, if not work, then college work is my main priority these days. And I know for some of you, college work would sound like peanuts, ki college का क्या टेंशन है, क्या प्रोडक्टिविटी है and all of that, but I feel everyone has their own work responsibility, and it is equally tough and equally challenging for them. So every work is equally challenging these days. That is what I feel. Now, having said that, I personally thought that of course I had a very harsh month. The past month was very challenging for me as well, but there were some things that I did to keep myself going and to make sure that I am my most productive self even during these times. And I felt that the same way as I was feeling during the past days, other people must also be feeling the same thing. And it is of course very difficult for all of us to focus on work and to be productive during these times. And in no way am I saying that you have to be productive or you have to work. Of course, our mental health stands first, and if your mental health allows you to work, definitely I think the things that I'm going to be talking about in this video will surely help you. So yes, even if you don't feel like doing anything, even if for you laying in bed whole day and watching Netflix gives you happiness and that is your way of productivity for the day, do go ahead with it. It's absolutely your choice. But for people like me, I start doubting myself if I'm lying down the whole day doing nothing. I feel demotivated, and that is why for me it was very important to keep that pace going, even if it was just college work. I just wanted to get it going, and I just wanted to be my most productive self and give my 100%. And so there were some things that I did to make sure that even in such hard times, I am able to motivate myself and I'm able to bring out the best in me. Now, some things and some tips are such that I have been following since I was in school. When I used to study for my board exams in class 12, there are some things I used to follow even that time. So I'm sure if you are in class 10th or 12th and you have your board exams, or if you're studying for any exam, I'm sure these things will help you out, because they did help me out when I was studying for my board exams. So I think I have talked a lot. Let's just quickly get into the productivity tips, and let's just get this video started. Now, the first thing that I would totally recommend doing is having a set routine, especially a set morning routine. Now, by morning routine, I mean, remember when you used to go to college or when you used to go to office before the lockdown, you used to wake up at a particular time, you used to have breakfast at a particular time, you used to have a bath at a particular time. I would totally recommend maintaining that routine. Now, I have no shame in admitting that during the lockdown, I get a little lazy and I skip having a bath some days, or sometimes I even end up having a bath at the night instead of having it the first thing in the morning. But if you want to be consistent with what you're doing, and if you want to be consistent with your work, and you want to make if you and if you want to be at that pace of working throughout the day, I would totally recommend set a time to wake up in the morning, have breakfast, and have a bath in the morning itself. Even if you're someone who has a bath in the night, I would totally recommend switching it and shift it to a morning time, because that will help you build up a routine, and looking forward to a routine gives you the motivation of actually working, and makes you active for the day. So I would totally recommend sticking to the routine that you had before when there was no lockdown. The second thing I want to talk about, and this is tried and tested, and that this is something helped me a lot, is switching places while you work. So for some people, including me, sitting at one particular place sometimes gets very monotonous, and we start having creative blocks. We start having how do I explain? So we feel trapped, we feel frustrated, we can't concentrate. My concentration span is very, very less. So for people like me, and I'm sure there are other people like me as well, who feel trapped or have a creative block if they keep sitting at one place. So I would totally recommend switching places. For example, if you're working in your living room, and this usually happens when you are at home, you don't have a work environment around you. So I would totally recommend doing this. Try switching places. So for example, you start working in your, say, room, and then after 1 hour or 2 hour, switch and go and sit in your living room. Then after 2.5 hours, switch and sit in your drawing room. That will give you a change in physical environment, and that will also help you change your mental state. This is generally tried and tested. Sometimes I was unable to focus, and this really helped me. So try doing this, and I'm sure this will help. The next thing that I'm going to be talking about is having shorter time spans of work and taking breaks frequently. Now, what this actually means is, now if when we're in office or in college, there is a certain official environment of work, and our body is accustomed in a way that we're used to working there for long hours, because the environment allows us to do that, right? But when we're at home, the environment is lazy, the environment is homely, we feel lethargic, we don't feel like working that much, because our body is used to working in that environment that much. So automatically our concentration span and our productivity reduces. Now, one thing that I used to do was take frequent breaks. Now, as I said, my concentration span and attention span is very, very low. So maximum 1 hour. मैं 1 hour भी बहुत ज़्यादा बोल रही हूँ मैं, genuinely maximum 1 hour. So what I used to do is, after every 1 hour, take a 10-minute break or a 5-minute break. And in that 5-minute break, that break is absolutely yours. If you want to go to the kitchen and have water, or have a biscuit, or just take a 5-minute, lie down for 5 minutes, or anything of that sort. It's absolutely your choice what you want to do in that 5 or 10 minutes, right? So that is something I used to do a lot. Now, of course, shorter time spans of work or continuous break का मतलब ये नहीं है कि 1 hour work करके you just take a 3-hour break. What I mean by that is just work for 1 hour, or if your attention allows you to work for 2 hours or 3 hours, it absolutely depends on you, whatever your body and your mind allows you. जब तक आप कर सकते हो, जब तक आप exhaust नहीं होते, and जब तक आप lazy feel नहीं करते, unproductive feel नहीं करते, उतना करो जितना कर सकते हो, एंड उसके बाद टेक अ 5 minute break or a 10 minute break. Now what these short 5-10 minutes break does is it refreshes your mind. So for me, as I told you, what I used to do was either lie down for 5 minutes or call a friend for 5 minutes, and मतलब गप्पे नहीं मारनी है, 5 मिनट बात करनी है सिर्फ, just to freshen up. क्लासमेट, अगर मैं कॉलेज का काम कर रही हूँ तो क्लासमेट को ही कॉल कर लो कि क्या चल रहा है, कितना हो गया, चलो ओके बाय, बस ऐसे थोड़ा बस कैच अप वाला, एंड जस्ट टू फ्रेशन अप 5 मिनट 10 मिनट. और व्हाट आई यूज्ड टू डू वाज ओपन माय नेटफ्लिक्स का टैब ऑन द साइड, एंड उसके बाद वेन एवर माई वर्क वॉज डन आई यूज टू मतलब वॉट वर्क डन क्या, आफ्टर एवरी 1 hour या 2 hour आई यूज टू ओपन नेटफ्लिक्स, 10 मिनट वट एवर शो और मूवी आई वॉज वॉचिंग, 10 मिनट के लिए वो मूवी या शो देखा, and then back to work, but just for 10 minutes, binge watch nahi karna. So that is what I used to do as well, and you can go and have a bite in that 5 minutes, green tea, coffee, whatever you like doing. You can do anything. That kind of that 10 minute or 5 minute break kind of refreshes you and motivates you to, you know, you look forward to, chalo theek hai, now I'm fresh, I'm with a fresh mind, and then I can work on this. And when you take a break of 5-10 minutes also, now you end up thinking also, you end up retrospecting what you were doing, and then if you're stuck somewhere, you can actually see what next I can do and what I should or should not do. So you can take these breaks to kind of retrospect also, क्योंकि कई बार when we are on deadlines we end up doing anything and everything and we don't even realize कि हम लोग बिल्कुल अलग डायरेक्शन में काम कर रहे हैं. That happens with us, with me also sometimes, कि डेडलाइन के थोड़े स्ट्रेस में I don't even know what I'm doing, and बाद में मुझे रियलाइज होता है मैं फ्लो में बिल्कुल अलग डायरेक्शन में चली गई थी. So that 5 or 10 minutes break you can take to retrospect as well, and that really helps to build up concentration and keep that productivity level going throughout the day. Now the next thing is making to-do lists. Now of course I know to-do lists are very said to be very superficial and not not a lot of people now they hate to-do lists, because what I feel, what I used to do also, पहले भी मेक अ 20 चीज़ें लिख देती थी टू डू लिस्ट पे, ये 50 चीज़ें आज करनी है ये वाली, एंड उनमें से 5-10 होती थी. सो मेकिंग अ टू डू लिस्ट विच इज़ नॉट प्रैक्टिकली पॉसिबल इज़ नॉट द राइट वे. आई मीन यू कैन नॉट बी डूइंग 20 or 50 थिंग्स इन वन डे, राइट. ऐसे नहीं होता कि हफ्ते में एक दिन काम किया और बस उसी एक दिन सब कुछ कर लिया. दिस इज़ नॉट हाउ इट शुड बी, एंड दिस इज़ नॉट हाउ इट इज़ डन. I feel what I do now, this is my way of making a to-do list. This is my new way that I've learned of making a to-do list. That is, I divide the to-do list into 2 parts. The first part is the thing that absolutely have to be done. मतलब उस दिन नहीं किया तो खराब, मतलब मैं कर ही नहीं सकती उस दिन के बाद. तो the first part of the to-do list is things that absolutely have to be done that day and deadline है, बस उसी दिन करना है. And the second part of the to-do list is things that have to be done, maybe are due next week or maybe are due 2-3 days बाद, but in the back of the mind you know that those things have to be done, but even if you don't do it today चल जाएगा, कल हो जाएगा. So वो ऐसे I divide my to-do list, and in the first part of the to-do list where I have to write the things that absolutely have to be done, I write only 5 major tasks that have to be done that day, not more than 5 tasks, just 5 major big tasks that have to be done that day. पूरा देखो क्या क्या काम है, एनालाइज करो, and then break them out into 5 major tasks जो वो करने ही करने हैं, not more than 5. Of course major task 5 होंगे, उसके साथ छोटे टास्क हो सकते हैं. Like for me, I include things like having a bath, cleaning my room, or applying a face mask or a hair mask. I write these things in my to-do list, and these are small tasks, right? All of us know these are small tasks, these are not major tasks, but I like writing these things in my to-do list. तो ये चीज़ें फर्स्ट पार्ट में ही आएंगी, बट दीज आर स्मॉलर टास्क, दीज आर नॉट मेजर टास्क ऑफ द डे, बट यू हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई 5 major tasks that you have to achieve that day, not more than 5, and just write it in the first part of the to-do list. and as and when that it is done, I just keep ticking it off. And I eventually, so the past 1 month I have started doing this, and it really helped. It helped me to stay consistent with my work. It helped me to manage my time well also, because I prepare my to-do list one day before. So कल क्या क्या करना है उसकी to-do list मैं आज रात को बनाऊंगी, right? तो it gives you a perspective. सुबह उठ के whatever you have a bath, or while having your breakfast, you go through the to-do list. Okay, this is all I have to do today, and then you manage. ये मैं तब कर सकती हूँ, मैं तब कर सकती हूँ. When you know you just have to do 5 things in the whole day, वो सुनने में भी थोड़ा comforting लगता है, and you end up completing those tasks. So ये to-do list वाला तो definitely, in fact, whatever things I'm talking about today are things that I have tried personally and have helped me. So I would totally recommend trying these things out. And to-do lists wala to especially, because I know for the longest time I used to feel to-do lists are impractical, they're superficial, they're overrated. People, I mean, I don't know how people do it, but genuinely dividing the to-do list and just identifying 5 major tasks, these things really help. So try doing it, and I'm sure you will feel much more productive. The next thing that I'm going to be talking about is having monthly planners, setting monthly goals, and setting monthly rewards for yourself. Now, again, I feel this is one of the most, I used to feel that this is very superficial, very overrated. Kuch nahi hota isse, it's just a waste of time. It's just, I mean, I used to feel कि मैं लिख के भूल जाऊंगी by the end of the month, and I won't even consciously make an effort to work towards it. I will just write it and forget about it. But honestly speaking, it really helps. Having a set of monthly goals really helps you, and it's not very necessary that you have to achieve those goals, right? It just shows you that you have been trying to achieve that particular thing since the past 2 months or 3 months, and you haven't been able to achieve it, which is okay. Success is not important, but you're trying, you're giving your 100%. That is important, and I think that in itself is an achievement. Of course, when I plan my month or when I write goals for my month, I don't usually make a conscious effort. और मैं ये नहीं लिखती कि okay, 1st of April I will be doing this, 2nd of April मेरा ये routine रहेगा, 3rd of April मुझे ये करना है, because you can't, I mean, that's not practically possible, because you don't even know कल क्या होगा. So it's not very practically possible कि आप monthly planning का मतलब वो नहीं होता. Monthly planning is very similar to our day planning. जैसे हम डे में की टू डू लिस्ट बना रहे हैं कि कल मुझे ये करना है, राइट? ऐसे ही फॉर द मंथ दैट ओके आई हैव टू डू दिस, अचीव दिस इन दिस मंथ. नाउ दैट दोज गोल्स और दोज things can be related to your professional life, your personal life, your health related life, your lifestyle. So for example, for me, my one of my monthly goals since January is starting to read. I mean, start reading, but I haven't been able to inculcate that habit of reading since the past January, February, March, April, May, 5 months. It is still on my monthly goals, but I haven't been able to inculcate that habit of reading every day till date. But at least I'm trying, and I feel that is important. Now, of course, when it comes to setting rewards, I definitely set rewards like, for example, if I do this in this month, I will reward myself with a new dress, or I will reward myself with some makeup, or I will reward myself with anything. I mean, it just depends on you how big or small that goal is for you, and how big or small you want that reward to be for you. And trust me, that feeling when you achieve something by the end of the month, and when you see that okay, now I can reward myself, that feeling is really very nice, and you feel productive. Again, you feel very productive. You are motivated to perform 10 times better the next month. You're motivated to set your goals even higher for the next month, and that results in your personal and professional growth as well, or whatever your goal may be for the month. So I would totally recommend doing that as well. And I'm this video is just not about professional productivity. Productivity for you can be anything, even if, as I said earlier, even if you feel working on your mental health is productivity for you, go ahead with it. I mean, it's just reward yourself accordingly, set your goals accordingly. So it's just very subjective to everyone, but these are some things that definitely would take you one step forward. And I would recommend literally making a conscious effort towards writing monthly goals and rewards, and you will literally look forward. And इसका मतलब ये नहीं है, for some things I literally write कि ठीक है, I will reward myself with some makeup if I do this, ठीक है. And by the end of the month, ऐसा नहीं कि मैं बीच में फिर मेकअप लूँगी. I don't buy makeup during that month if I know I will reward myself. मतलब समझो एक गिफ्ट की तरह कि अगर मैं ये करूँगी तो मुझे वो गिफ्ट मिलेगा, अगर मैंने नहीं किया तो आई कैन नॉट बाय, वो गिफ्ट मुझे नहीं मिलेगा. यू गेट व्हाट आई एम सेइंग. एंड दैट इज़ व्हाट interests you, that is what motivates you to kind of do that thing for yourself. And during these hard times, it is, trust me, very 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 tough to get out of bed and do something or to motivate yourself. I have to, बीच में जब things got normal last year, after August or September, when things got a little normal, I started interning. Most of you, if you guys watch my videos, you might know I started interning. And तब मेरे लिए productive होना और तब मेरे लिए काम करना was not that difficult. तब मुझे, I did not have to consciously just put in a lot of effort to get work done. It used to happen automatically because life was almost at its regular pace, and all of the work environment started building up. But now the things are back to being very how do I say? I mean, the environment is such that people feel very lazy and not productive, and this is the time when we consciously have to motivate ourselves. मेरे कुछ बोलने से you will not get out of your bed and start working. You yourself have to motivate yourself to start working, right? So during these times, you have to make double, triple, 10 times the effort to get yourself out of bed and start working. So I think making monthly goals is another step towards doing that. The last thing, especially for my little teenagers and school going kids out there who fight with their parents when they take their gadgets, their iPads or their phones during their exams. I was one of those kids who used to get really really annoyed when my mom used to take my phone during exams. And once when I was giving my I feel college first year exams, when I was giving my BCom Honors college first year exams, I realized that, of course, I was in college. My mom didn't take my phone away because I was a grown-up kid. And then I consciously gave my phone away to my mom that, okay, you take it because I won't be able to study. And keeping aside until date, when I have some content piece to write for my this thing for my college work, even if I have to do, basically when I have to do something जिसमें मुझे अपना 100% concentration चाहिए, even if it is a research paper, anything, any content piece or basically anything, I know कि मेरे को अपना पूरा 100% concentration चाहिए. Till date, I switch off my phone and I keep it away for 2-3 hours when I know कि मुझे अब काम करना है and I need my concentration. So keeping aside distractions like your iPad, your phones, your other gadgets is very important. Even I think if you're working, of course, office में since phone is the only thing जिसके through we're able to work. But this specifically was for people who are in school or college, maybe. College students, I don't think, because usually college level पे आके people have that kind of self-control and that concentration level, but मेरा अभी तक वो नहीं है. I don't have that concentration or that self-control. So till date, I keep my phone aside, I switch it off, and I just focus on my laptop and work. But if you're a school going kid, take my word on this, at least स्कूल तक 12th तक भी जब तक फ़ोन हाथ में रहेगा नहीं पढ़ पाओगे. एंड आई नो मैंने बहुत मम्मी एडवाइस दी है, बट जनरली स्पीकिंग योर पेरेंट्स आर राइट. जस्ट गिव देम देयर फ़ोन. 1 महीना फ्रेंड्स से बात नहीं होगी, चलेगा. जो रियल फ्रेंड्स हैं दे विल स्टिक अराउंड. जस्ट फोकस ऑन योर स्टडीज़ फॉर नाउ, बिकॉज मैं ये नहीं कहूँगी कि बोर्ड्स दे दो तो लाइफ सेट हो जाएगी, बिकॉज ऐसा नहीं होता. बट बोर्ड्स दे दो बिकॉज दैट इज़ द most important thing in your life right now, as of now. So I would totally recommend, just keep your distractions aside. That would really help you to work well and to score well, and your parents will be happy. क्या पता मार्क्स अच्छे हैं, फ़ोन भी नया मिल जाए. तो all the best. So that was it, you guys. That was it for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video, and I really hope that these things were interesting and you took something away from today's video, because this is not something I usually do. I don't do such videos, but I really felt that it is the need of the hour. People are struggling, and so was I. I was even struggling in these things, and these are the things that I figured out during the past few months and years, and I felt that these are things that are helping me to perform better at work and personally as well. So I really hope that we really get out of these tough times as soon as possible, and I really hope all of you are safe, your families are safe, and you're absolutely doing well. Even if you're not doing well and if you're struggling through the virus, I really hope that this video did give you some kind of motivation, and I hope that you're looking forward to something now, and I wish you a speedy recovery. If you like the video, don't forget to like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye.